to fully achieve the goals of Vision 2030 due to challenges including weak governance and political systems, according to Professor Gituro Wainaina, one of the architects of the development blueprint. Wainaina says the Kenya Kwanza government had a strong manifesto, but implementing its ideas has remained a challenge. Meanwhile, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has defended President William Ruto's new vision, saying it promises Kenyans a brighter and more dignified future.
President William Ruto has unveiled a new vision for Kenya beyond Vision 2030, outlining policies and strategies aimed at transforming the country into a high-income economy. However, experts say Kenya is yet to fully achieve the targets set under Vision 2030, which was anchored on three key pillars: economic, social and political governance. Professor Gituro Wainaina, one of the architects of Vision 2030, says the Jubilee administration under former President Uhuru Kenyatta failed to maintain the momentum required to achieve the vision, with key targets remain unmet. He cites areas such as infrastructure development, the blue economy and implementation of 2010 Constitution as some of the areas where progress was limited.
And it was interesting because then was then president and then the deputy then were in charge of the Jubilee. And that is a very notable in terms of the vision transcending beyond political parties. You must reinforce the vision so that political parties don't come and mess it up.
On why Kenya has not achieved Vision 2030, one of the key pillars of Vision 2030 was the economic pillar, which sought to achieve a 10% average annual economic growth rate. The goal was to increase national prosperity and create large-scale employment opportunities through sectors such as agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, financial services, and technology. The social pillar focused on building a just, cohesive and equitable society, living in a clean and secure environment. Its main objective was to improve the overall quality of life for all citizens through investments in education, healthcare, housing, water and sanitation, and social development. The third pillar, the political pillar, focused on strengthening a democratic, issue-based and people-centered political system. Its goal was to establish transparent, accountable and result-oriented governance structures anchored on the rule of law and protection of citizens' rights. Professor Gituro argues that Vision 2030 gained momentum because leaders were actively involved, with government institutions and individuals assigned specific roles in driving its implementation.
And the Vision 2030 was, in terms of implementation, was broken into what we call medium-term plans. We used to call them development plan, 5 years. So the first medium-term plan was 2008 to 2012. But it's also a very interesting point how we do those 5 years and the political cycle in this country. The reason why we crafted that, and I really appreciate my friend Stephen Wainaina taking us through and agreeing on that, was to give any political party, any political elite who comes to power, they have to keep course of the vision, but there could be certain things they want within their manifesto, and they can use that opportunity.
President Ruto's newly unveiled vision beyond Vision 2030 is expected to be driven by three main pillars: agricultural productivity and high-value agro-processing, industrialization through intensive manufacturing for regional exports, and a technology and innovation-driven economy. The technical working group led by former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's colleague Professor Anyang' Nyong'o has proposed strategies aimed at transforming Kenya into a first-world nation through increased productivity and innovation. The agricultural pillar proposes supporting farmers through incentives that increase productivity while removing policy barriers affecting the sector. The technology pillar seeks to accelerate digital transformation, invest in artificial intelligence and innovation, strengthen skills and research, and expand funding for innovation.
Every institution of our republic, every county and every generation, leaders from political parties, the private sector, workers' organizations, faith communities, universities, professional associations, innovators, civil society, our creative industry, and above all, our young people will be at the center.
The Anyang' Nyong'o-led technical working group says the transformation can be achieved through a merit-based public service, investment in human capital, development of productive infrastructure, stronger financial systems, and deeper devolution. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has defended President Ruto's vision beyond Vision 2030, saying it provides Kenyans with a pathway towards a brighter and more dignified future. Paul Kirobi, TV47, Nairobi.